Hey guys, this is Paul from Woods Walker School of Self-Reliance. Over the past week here in North Carolina and on the East Coast, we had an extreme amount of snowfall, and just wanted to take advantage of the situation. We generally don't have this much snowfall, so I wanted to take advantage of the situation and shoot a video on building a Quinzhee. As you can see, the mountains in behind there, they're all snow covered. Ponds froze over it. Right now it's 23 degrees outside, about a 22 mile per hour wind gusting every now and then. So we've got about a wind chill of 11 degrees. You can see right here, I've already healed up, domed up a big pile of snow to build the Quinzhee with. Alright guys, like I said, we're going to build a Quinzhee today. You can see behind me here, we've got a big pile of snow banked up, domed up. You could build this in snow drift. However, whenever this snow fell, there wasn't a whole lot of wind, so it really didn't drift all that much, and I couldn't really find a good place for it. So I decided the best thing to do was just go ahead and pile it up. Whenever this snow first fell, we had probably a good foot of snow up here, so it didn't take long to pile up this big dome. It's about 6 foot high and probably about 12 foot in diameter. So the next shot I'm going to show you is we're going to go ahead and start working on the entranceway and start digging back into the Quinzhee, and we'll just progress the video series along as we go. Alright guys, you can see we've got a pretty good entranceway already started here. Been digging back up in here, pulling the snow out. We put the entranceway on the downhill side for the reason whenever you get into the Quinzhee and start staying in there, you're going to heat up on the inside just from your body heat. It'll even warmer than what you really think it would. It'll start heating up from the inside, so water to drain out and starts to melt. So as you can see, I kept the entranceway small. That way the hot air gets trapped up in the top of the ceiling of the Quinzhee, and we can easily block this up at night to keep a breeze from going up in here whenever we're sleeping in here during the day when we're in here working or whatever. Then we can block it. Get back to you as soon as I make. Alright guys, we've made a pretty good amount of effort here. Pretty good ways back up in here in the Quinzhee. I'm going to crawl up in here and show you just how far we have come. Still got a lot to go, but just want to show you our progress so far. Alright, so as you can see, I'm not quite to the point of being able to sit up inside of here, but I am all the way in. This will make a pretty decent shelter right now, just as it is if it was just me myself. It's warm in here. The only problem is I'm still on the ground, so I want to take and dig this out a little more to where I can sit up fully and maybe build some shelves along the side to where I can lay down up here on the shelf, get up off the ground, put me some matting up here to where I'll be up off the snow and stay warm. And so this is the progress so far. Whenever I finish up a little more, then all right guys, as you can see, I've made a lot of progress here. Got the roof domed where I can at least set up inside of it now. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but I've started digging a shelf on this side where I'm going to actually be able to lay my sleeping pad and be able to sleep up in here on this side. I'll do the same on this side, but you can see how this roof is domed, and the way I've been digging at it, I've just been taking my knife and just using it like a trowel and just troweling it off and doming it out. That dome is important because you don't want any sharp edges hanging down like this here. Or I don't know if you can see these or not on the camera, but you don't want any sharp edges hanging down, because as this snow begins to melt and water begins to pour off, you want the water to go down to the sides and the back of the shelter and not drip straight down and then shelter on top of you. So it's important that it's domed, and once I get all this dug out and get it domed pretty good, then I'll smooth it up. I'll just take my hands and just go across it and smooth the sides of it up, and that'll add a lot of structural support, and it'll also create that domed effect where I want the water to go off to the sides. All right, so when I finish up more, I'll get back to you. I wanted to show you my progress so far. Got a nice little bench made up here, got it domed out pretty good, got the cave domed out. It's gonna be a nice sleeping bench. I'm gonna start on the other one now. What I found though was an easy way to get this snow out of here instead of just troweling it out, because that was picking up a lot of energy. I can actually cut it out, and the way that's done, just take my knife, stick it in the side, kind of use it as a saw. I know they make a saw for this particular stuff to saw blocks of snow out. I don't have one of those. So once I got a pretty good chunk cut out, then it becomes a lot easier just to go ahead and take it out. Now I can get into the side of it a little better. Cut straight across, and then cut down. Basically, I'm just cutting a block out of here, more or less. You can see how easily that just comes out of there and makes a nice little block. All right, so I'm going to continue working on this, and as I make progress, then I'll check back in with you and let you see where I'm at. All right, see you in a little bit. All right, guys, it's been a long day. I probably spent in total about 4 hours actual work time actually building this thing, between piling up the snow and getting in it and digging it out and everything. And then I also made some modifications to the doorway to where it trapped more heat on the inside that I'll show you a little bit later. One thing that I didn't point out previously in the beginning that's very important, whenever I first piled up this this big pile of snow here, it's important to let the snow settle and let it set. I let it set for an hour. That way all the snow, you can actually hear the snow settling down whenever when you finish piling the snow up. So I finally got it completed, and I'm gonna go in for the night and been sitting out here by the fire. I'm gonna try a technique. I don't have a candle to heat it with, which is what you would usually use on the inside of just a small candle. I don't have that, so I'm going to try a technique that I've used in debris huts before, where we heat up a rock in the fire, and it's just a small rock, it's not a big rock. I don't want to get it too hot inside the hut, because it'll actually start to soften it, and I don't want to have the chance of it falling in on me. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know. It's 22 degrees out here right now, so it's not warmed up a whole lot today. It only got up to about 36 at the highest point of the day. Was only 36, so it's been pretty cold all day. But I'm going to try this little thing out with the rock and see how it works out tonight, and hopefully it won't cave in on me. But I'm getting ready to go inside here in just a minute, and I'll take you along with me, and I'll show you what the inside of it looks like now. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and move around here, move into the Quinzhee or Quinzhee hut, whatever you want to call it. I know people call it by different names, snow cave, whatever it is that you prefer to call it. Here's the entrance. You can see, maybe hard to tell from the camera, but it is a lot smaller than it was, and I'll show you what it's like to crawl up in there. Take you along with me. So here we go. Just have to kind of inch your way along up in here. Okay, now you can see once we're up in here, I've got my bag laid out over here. Got a sleeping pad underneath it. One of the things I did on this shelf, I want to show you, if you can see it, right around here, there's a trench cut, and it goes all the way around, comes out right here. That's to let water drain as it melts off. Now, this sleeping bag, it's only a 20-degree sleeping bag, but I went ahead and put a liner, fleece liner on the inside of it. Just an Ozarks Trail fleece liner that you can get from Walmart. I've got have my gear on the other ledge. I decided not to make a whole another ledge over here on the side to sleep another person, because I was actually running out of snow over there, running out of wall, so I didn't make one big enough for two people, of course.